For more on the security cost and overall feeling in Ireland during the Queen's visit, we are joined by Sean O'Driscoll. He is a correspondent for the British Sunday Times and a reporter for the Irish Times. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so on Monday, the Queen laid a wreath at Dublin's Garden of Remembrance, which really honors the Irish who fought for freedom against Britain. How significant was that?
Massively significant. That could never have happened 20 or 30 years ago. It really is a sign of the times. The fact that these people had dedicated their lives to driving Britain out of Ireland, and then suddenly here's the Queen laying a memorial remembering them. But let's not forget that the Irish have balanced this very carefully. On the same day, she also laid a wreath at Irish people who died fighting for the British in World War I. So it's extremely sensitive, and they've tried to balance it very, very carefully.
Yeah, it sounds like it's very orchestrated as well. You know, the Queen was invited by the Irish president, who in fact spent, 14 years trying to make this trip happen. What took so long?
Just the feeling that the Northern Ireland peace process hadn't quite cemented itself, that there was still a threat from terrorists, that there might be riots on the streets. It is a huge, huge event. I mean, this is the first royal visit for 100 years, so it's something that they absolutely had to be guaranteed that there would be total security for her.
Ireland, speaking of that security, has spent, $42 million on this trip and making sure that there's enough security around the Queen's visit. But this is a country that received money in a bailout. What kind of significance and what kind of, response is the government getting for spending so much money on a trip like this when they were in need of help not too long ago?
Exactly. In fact, they got quite a significant bailout from Britain itself. People are balancing this massive cost with the hope that it will generate more tourism and more investment and show us as a mature, modern economy. But there's no doubt about it. I mean, in my hometown, our hospital is closing down. I'm worried about my parents. That 40 million could have saved that hospital. You know, these are the most drastic cuts ever seen in the Irish state, ever since the foundation of the state. So it is controversial on that level as well, that there is this kind of spending for just one 3-day visit.
On the whole, would you say the majority is happy about this trip, thinking that it's going to bring some kind of peace, or are they really feeling like, you know what, this is a waste of money, this is a waste of time?
I think the majority accept that it's, 100 years later, it's time for another royal visit. They didn't expect it was going to cost this much, but if that's what it takes to cement a relationship between Britain and Ireland, then it's probably worth it.
Do you think it will, though? Is it going to ease those tensions?
Yeah, I think so. I think, as one reporter said, it's probably put a cap on a lot of work that's already been done, in the peace process. I mean, it's a very, very symbolic moment. I mean, the royal family have lost family members to the IRA who were fighting the British, in the last 30 years. And it's important that they feel safe enough that they can come to Ireland.
All right, Sean O'Driscoll, we do appreciate your time and insight. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.